All right, all right. Looks like we are live. We are all good to go. Getting ready to go green here. Sorry for the delay. Had a lot of trouble hooking this thing up and getting it all set to go for some odd reason. But we are now ready to roll. All right. Interviewing Brandon Jones at the moment, getting ready to go green. 45 laps in the first stage, 45 laps in the second stage. Third stage, when it comes due, going to be 105 laps, I believe. So we're going to have a decent run through stage 3. Probably going to have one set of green flag pit stops in there. We're going to take a look at the Bob Pockrass notes of the day. Oh, gosh. I don't want to look up Bobby Martini. I don't even know who the heck that is. Dumb. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. So, 5 sets of fuel or 5 sets of tires, and fuel window is 60 to 63 laps. So they will not have to pit in stage 1 or in stage 2, but they will be pitting somewhere in the middle of stage 3. Chances are you'll see tires at the end of stage 1, end of stage 2, end of stage 3, or middle of stage 3, and then they'll have an extra set in there to use wherever they please. So, 45, 45, and 111 for the sets on laps. And we are getting ready to go green here. AJ Allmendinger on the pole. And we've got Trevor Bayne second, Gibbs third, and Gregson fifth. Hey, welcome in, Boost. Appreciate it. Had a little trouble getting my stream set up today, so share the stream if you can. I've had a little trouble getting it rolling for some reason. Can't really tell you why, but I was having some issues for some dumb reason. So, but yeah, we did finally get it up and running, so that's the good side. Hey, Parker, welcome in. Cars are on pit road. They're doing their speed test, and so it'll be 1 or 2 more laps, and we'll be going green. Hey, here's the other thing, by the way. After AJ got that cup race stolen, we'll see what he can do here. I wouldn't say he got it stolen. I would say Elliott had the race in position. But either way, they were definitely both more deserving than Christopher Bell. So that's. But here's the good news. As we get ready to roll here, Trevor Bayne, it looks like finally did catch up to the rest of the field, so he's ready to go on the outside lane. Other quick notable thing, I guess. I was trying to see if the 18 had to start in the back or something goofy there, but it looks like actually they did all right, so they got that ready to roll. That's right. Remember, Josh Berry won this race last year. All right, so getting ready to go green here. This time by. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, by the way, as far as I know, right now, NASCAR is live streaming this race on their YouTube channel. I could be wrong as far as why they were doing it, if maybe it's an accident, but right now on NASCAR's YouTube channel, this race is live. So anyone that wants to watch this race can watch it on YouTube. Alrighty. I would have loved it if Harvick won at the Roval and burned out the DeWalt wall. Hey, that'd be the place to do it. Get revenge on that wall. But yeah, like I was saying, this is being live streamed on YouTube from NASCAR's channel, so very interesting. Normally they don't live stream the races on YouTube. I don't know if it's a mistake on an intern or something, but right now we've got the race. So kind of interesting. All right, here we come. Allmendinger low, Bain high, Gibbs low, Gregson high. Here we go to the restart zone, and we are underway in the Allsco 302. Allmendinger out. Looks like he is clear by a full car length going off into turn one, so he will hold at least the first part of the lead. Noah's already going to look up high. He's looking 3 wide, but no speed up there to be found, so he'll tuck back in line right behind Trevor Bain. Ooh, Gibbs in the middle, 3 wide. Mayer and Gregson split him, so Gibbs ends up going back to the 5th position. And here comes Gregson. He's got a big run on the high side, trying to make a move on Bain. Bain going to scooch high off the corner, and he's going to be able to hold him off. Looks like he may have had to lift there, but a couple of birds flying away at the front stretch as well while we're at it. So Allmendinger away with the lead. Bain right on his tail, and Gregson right behind him. They are literally 4 cars under a blanket at the moment, sliding all over the place. And then here comes Gibbs. He's going to try and make a move back on Sam Mayer. All right, so right now they have single filed out for the top 5. It is Allmendinger, Bain, Gregson, Gibbs, and Mayer top 5. Jones looking on in 6th. And then a slight gap back from the 7th place car, which is, slight car from 7th to 8th. That's Hemrick in the 11. He's in 7th. Little gap back to John Hunter Nemechek. Here comes Noah Gregson. Big move on the high side. Oh, Trevor Bain is loose. He caught it. Holy cow, he was all sorts of sideways. Trevor Bain tries to send it down in there and goes full-blown slideways and able to catch it and keep it rolling, but he's going to lose 10 or 12 spots. What a slide. That thing looked like it was gone. Trevor Bain had it down in there, and that thing went full-blown sideways, able to catch it, but man, did he lose a lot of ground there. So a little loose for Bain there. All right, Trevor Bain looks like he has cooked the right rear, but right now we have a battle for the lead. Allmendinger and Gregson. Very nice battle going on here. So Allmendinger and Gregson, a second and a half out front of Ty Gibbs. Well, 1.1, maybe not a second and a half. That's our current battle for the lead. Gregson looking low. He has a run coming out of the corner. Side by side as they come to the line. I think Gregson may have led that lap. And now into turns 1 and 2, he'll slide across the nose of A.J. Allmendinger. Noah Gregson to the point at Las Vegas. So it'll now be Gregson, Allmendinger. Gibbs still sliding. He's about a half second back now of leader Noah Gregson. John Hunter Nemechek up in 4th, and Austin Hill running 5th. Good run for John Hunter and Austin Hill. Very impressive. Looks like Allgaier is going to be making a move here for 6th on Brandon Jones. He's looking to the low side. Meanwhile, Noah's starting to pull out a little bit of a lead. All right, Allgaier has taken that spot from the 19, so he'll move up to the 6th position. All righty. I find it a little crazy that NASCAR's live streaming this. Like, they normally don't do that. And it might be the commercial-free version, too, judging by the scoreboard, which would be really cool if they just live stream a commercial-free Xfinity race, especially if it's on accident. All right, so still going to be Noah Gragson out front, Allmendinger, Gibbs, Nemechek, Hill. We've got a pretty good battle going on right now for the 9th position between Creed, Mayer, and why am I forgetting his name? Berry, Josh Berry. So pretty solid battle between those guys there. Oh, and I think they may have just taken the stream down. So I think that was an accident. NASCAR did not want to stream that race. I think NASCAR just cut the stream down. Hey, it was nice while it lasted. So yeah, I lost my feed. I'm going to have to go back and re-log in to try to get a look at the race. I wonder if NASCAR copyright claimed their own video. Yep, the stream just went private. So that's what happened. It looks like what they did is they accidentally left it on public, and we were all getting to watch it, and it was going to be a commercial-free race. Oh, what a bummer. That would have been so awesome. Get to watch a commercial-free race. Sadly. So I got logged into the Hulu side. I'm a little bit further behind now, but is what it is. Dang, that was nice. I was enjoying that. We need more of that. Especially if we can do the commercial-free version. Yes, please. Watching it on an iPad. Aw. Alright, so now it's actually looking like Allmendinger's starting to come back to Noah. That top three, I'm telling you, those are your big three right now in Xfinity. The big three right now, out front, 1, 2, 3. You know, we had it a few years ago, we were talking about the big three. We got our big three again. All right. AT&T for removing. Oh, I didn't know who removed it. Right now we got a good battle, though. These top three are all sitting half a second apart, and they're all running hard for that lead. On lap 16 of 45, so a little ways to go on the stage yet. Yep, they all go to Cup next year. So the entire Xfinity series is basically disappearing next year. And we're on a commercial, so that's a bummer. I should look to see if I can find another commercial-free stream somewhere. I'm sure there's one out there somewhere. Oh, what? No, Hulu? Why? Hulu shouldn't be taken down. Why is that stream being taken down? Hold the phone. That's garbage. Why am I losing my Hulu stream? NASCAR must have gone overboard and, like, panicked, and now they've blocked all the streams. Oh, come on. Don't be stupid about it. Yep. they appear to have taken down the stream. That's a bummer. I was really enjoying watching the race. Why am I not getting the race anymore? I mean, that should still be... There shouldn't be anyone blocking that. I understand YouTube because that was a mistake, but if it's on basic cable, that shouldn't be blocked. Well, still waiting, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that was a heck of a save by Trevor Bayne. That thing was all sorts of sideways right there. I agree with you there, Josh. He absolutely saved that. Can't wait to see who becomes the guys in Xfinity. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for that too, because there's definitely some guys that are ready to take that next step. The question is, who's it going to be? And I would argue Sheldon Creed's going to be one of them. I think Sheldon Creed's going to be one of them. I think Austin Hill will be one of them. Those two are going to probably look a lot better next year. I still hope Noah comes down and runs a bunch of Xfinity races. I think it's just so much fun to watch him. I really would love for him to come down and run for a smaller team on Saturdays. That'd be cool. All right, Noah's out in front, but here comes Ty. Maybe Corey Heim. I forgot. I didn't even say Chandler Smith. The road courses will be the most interesting. So this guy's going to be a battle between Noah and Ty Gibbs at the moment. Now, Allmendinger is still less than a second back. And Austin Hill's 1.3. So we got some cars that are starting to slide forward a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the memories, Kurt. It's a bummer that he's retiring. Not by his own choice either. I just wish he would have had more of a say in that. All right. Still a good battle for the lead. Those two are starting to run away. Man, it's sad Kurt's out due to injury, not on his own terms. Absolutely. I will say I'm really grateful now that I was able to see probably his last career win at Kansas. All right. Side by side for the lead. All right, we got some cars coming forward. Austin Hill has now moved around A.J. Allmendinger. Gibbs already pulled out to almost a second lead on Noah Gragson, so we've already seen some speed on that 54, and it is coming to the front. So right now we got Gibbs, Gragson, Hill, Allmendinger, and Allgaier in your top 5 spots. Second 5 behind that, Jones, Nemechek, Mayer, Berry, and Castle rounding out your top 10. Haley Deegan, for those waiting to see, she's running 21st, so pretty respectable for an early start. Don't get me wrong, she is in a fast car. That 07 is quick. But at the same time, we also have to realize this is her first time in this Xfinity car, so it's not surprising to see her running 20th. 20th is that's perfectly respectable. Let's see here. Yeah, let's get Moffitt going full time, 100%. Who do I think will win Vegas Cup? I'm not sure. I'm kind of tempted to go with I don't know. I think this is going to be kind of a similar to Texas race, 30 laps, and you're going to see tires blowing constantly. I want to say it's going to be one of the Penske guys, but I think they're going to actually run into more trouble. And I for some reason feel like this is going to be a race that's won by a guy not in the playoffs. I think like a Kyle Busch, Martin Truex kind of guy. I think one of those guys are going to be able to do it. Passing isn't the easiest thing in this race. Seen a couple folks get kind of roadblock once they clear. Well, here's the thing. You're probably right, but you got to let these tires wear out a little bit. So now that they're 30 laps into the race, then their tires are wearing out. It'll be a little easier to make some of those moves. So that could be part of it. When everyone's on really equal tires, it's pretty even. And then once you start to let those tires wear out, then the better cars start to take hold. All right, 16 laps to go. Austin Hill is coming to the front. Tell you what, guys, Austin Hill, you can't count him out already. 16 to go. He has made a move. He's now past second. So it is now Gibbs, Hill, Gregson, and that 21 is starting to move forward. Would love to see McDowell win. Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Deegan picked the best mile-and-a-half track that is left. Yeah. I mean, Homestead is probably the better track, but it's tricky. And so I think this is probably the smoothest transition from truck to Xfinity that she could have asked for. I think Homestead would have been like a totally different animal. And doing it on an off weekend where she doesn't have to worry about trucks. All right. Watching the pace, that Ty Gibbs car is absolutely flat flying right now. It is now up to a 2-second lead on everybody going through traffic. So right now we got Ty Gibbs, Austin Hill, and Noah Gragson. As we watch down the list, Trevor Bayne has slipped to 12th after that big slide early in the run. Just needs to, at this point, maintain. Shout out to Raja Karuth, running in 14th position in that 44 car for Tommy Joe Martins, or Alpha Prime, I guess I forgot their name changed. But that 44 for Alpha Prime Racing, he has run a few different races this year. I watched him run a truck at Gateway. I'm telling you, that kid is talented. He is going to be an Xfinity driver in the next few years, and he totally deserves it. I am excited to see what he does. You got him, Nicholas Sanchez, two ARCA guys really making good runs out of these cars today for the 44 and 48. Haley Deegan up to 19th, by the way. I don't know if that's from just pit stops or if she's actually got decent speed in that car. It does appear she's got pretty solid speed, so. 12 laps to go. With 12 to go, I think she will be able to maintain the lead lap, too. So that'll be kind of a big deal. All right, let's see. It said took Trevor Bayne like 30 laps to clear Sheldon Creed. Oh man, that's part of the racecraft though. Good drivers know how to make those passes and get them done faster. And I'm not saying Trevor Bayne's not good, but that's what separates Trevor Bayne from Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch would have found that way to get that thing done. All right, let's see. Ty was my pick. I hope he sweeps Las Vegas, I think is what you meant. What Xfinity team do you think should pick up Caruth eventually? I mean, if you're Alpha Prime, I think you got to put him in the car. I mean, he's very marketable. As I said, really talented, and the biggest thing is he's got that driving edge. He can really put a car on edge. You know, very similar to the Tyler Reddicks of the world and the Noah Gregsons, where they can sit there and ride the thing out on edge. I've seen him do it, and I'm telling you, I would love to see him in that car full time, but I think he also should look for a better opportunity, potentially with the 48, with a Richard Childress, but it all comes down to what's available. Right now it looks like a lot of those cars are all booked up for next year. think it would be as much of a safety hazard as you think with a bunch of different cars running, because you'd have some that are much faster on the straightaways because they had boatloads of horsepower, some that are faster in the corners. So you'd see this very interesting style of racing where their lap times are the same, but you see one just haul down the backstretch while the other one just rips through the corner. It could be really interesting. I especially on a road course, I would not mind a multi-class race. I could get on board with that. Cowboys Eagles tomorrow night. All right, NASCAR News 6 says, do you think NASCAR needs to bring back the 750 package of short tracks? No. I think they need at least 850 or 900. This car has so much grip because of the wide tires and the way that the stance is on it. They need more horsepower than that, because unless you take grip away by narrowing up the tires, it won't really do you that much good. You have to find a way to get that car narrowed up or basically lessen the grip on the racetrack. And right now, the best way you could do that is A, narrow the tires, or B, you might be able to do it by increasing horsepower, but I'm telling you, I think the solution is narrow the tires up for short tracks and road courses. Sieg to the garage. So they got an issue in the steering there. Should I spend 105 on Elliott's 2022 Napa Elite or 200 on a custom Pocono Win Elite? Nice looking win card. Unless you are confident that you can build a raced custom the way you want it, unless you're confident about that, I would get the custom, honestly. I would think the custom's a better option, unless you're confident that you can do a better job. If you're kind of like, well, maybe, I would still go with the custom if you're kind of on the edge. And it looks like a lot of guys agree with me here. I would say going for the custom. Let's see. They probably need to remove the diffuser and minimize the shifting. Well, horsepower would help minimize the shifting. But like I said, less grip. Less grip is the biggest key. Because it's a momentum racetrack where you don't have a lot of momentum with such low horsepower. You need horsepower at short tracks to help that. You don't always need 1,000. Sometimes you only need 700, but you need to have some. All right, so 3 to go in the stage. AJ is still falling back. He's back to 6th. Here comes Mayer. He's going to take 6th. Allmendinger back to 7th. So yes, very, 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 very tight. Is basically what he said. Not in the most PG terms, but that's what he meant. So very, very tight. All right, so final lap of the stage coming in. And it looks like we have got... Yeah, there we go. Now I can see it better. Looks like our top 5 are all pretty evenly spaced apart. Looks like the last car on the lead lap at the end of this stage is going to be the 34, Kyle Weatherman. So after a poor qualifying effort, he will end up finding his way into the top 20, 22. So he'll stay on the lead lap. First car lap down will be Anthony Alfredo, by the looks of it. So he'll get that free pass. But end of stage 1, winner, Ty Gibbs. Second place goes to Austin Hill. Third, Noah Gregson. Fourth, going to go to Justin Allgaier. Fifth, Brandon Jones. Sixth, Sam Mayer. Seventh, AJ Allmendinger. Eighth, John Hunter Nemechek. 9th, Josh Berry. And 10th goes to Daniel Hemrick. So, yes, Gibbs winner of Stage 1. That's 10 more points towards the playoffs. As you can see, points as they run. You can see there's a big old gap between Noah Gragson and the 4th or 5th place car, Austin Hill. 37 points. So even with Austin Hill scoring that many points, he's still got more to go before he can get up into that top 5. Or top 4, I should say. So he needs a little more, but he's got a lot of time to do it. We see that you don't need crazy amounts of horsepower as the Whelen Modifieds, who are the best show on short tracks. I would argue the Xfinity Series is still one of the best shows on short tracks, honestly. I have not seen a bad Xfinity race, but I haven't seen a bad Xfinity race anywhere. Those cars have enough slip and slide in them that, man, they just put on a good race no matter where they go. And so the more Xfinity Series racings we can get used to and the closer we can get them together, the better it's going to be. NASCAR used a wing COT on a road course. I just feel that's where they had the most potential. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, the biggest issue with the wing was obviously high-speed stuff, but, you know, nobody liked the wings. You know, as a diecast fan, I didn't like the wings. I have a car literally sitting to my right that is missing the wing because it broke off. So the wings were a very, very contentious issue for us diecast people. We dealt with a lot of trauma there. A lot of broken wings. NASCAR Bro says he is at the track right now. Heck yeah, man. Enjoy the race. Looks like a nice day out there. A little hot, but nice day overall. Look at all them casinos. So Barry, the lowest earning point total on that one. Got to handle them COTs with care. A lot of care. A lot of care needed for that. 2 is in. They're doing some engine adjustment or something. Sounds like they will be coming back down. Might have a cylinder issue there. I think Wood Brothers, I think all of Penske found some speed this weekend. I don't expect Harrison Burton to stay in the top 10. I think he'll fall back once the race starts, but those Penske cars have some good qualifying speed. The question is, how do they hold on? All right, that Caruth crew got him out into 10th. So Gibbs, Hill, Gregson, Jones, Allgaier, top 5 off pit road. Let's see here. Yeah, Fords looked pretty good in qualifying today. Yeah, they did. I mean, they showed a lot of speed. Like I said, I don't know how that'll translate to the race. I don't know. This is a racetrack where you can make moves on people and passes are possible, so that part does help. Barry is probably going to have to win Martinsville, which I think he has a good shot of. I mean, that's his best track for sure, but you got to realize Gibbs and Gregson had him beat in the spring. It was Josh Berry was not gonna, he didn't just go in there and dominate. He had to go. He's gonna have to beat those two if he wants to win. So that being said, I do like his shot for Martinsville. 2 is on pit road with the hood up. Yeah, he was on just a second ago. They said I think it's a cylinder. They're checking to see if they got a down cylinder or a plug wire missing. So they feel like they're down a cylinder, and that's what they're checking for on pit road there. All right, good. Thanks for letting me know, NASCAR Bros, because I cannot see that we're under commercial, but it sounds like the 2 came back down, didn't lose a lap, and they got him going again, so. Okay. I wish Iowa got Richmond spring date. Oh, I know. That'd be great. Do you own any Red Bull diecasts? I think they are great paint schemes. I do have one. It is Casey Kane's 2011 Red Bull car. I have 2. I also have AJ Allmendinger's rookie car. So 2 Red Bull cars. Gibbs usually gets taken out when he is in the lead at Martinsville, so that's why I'm a little worried about picking him. I wouldn't say taken out. He got bumped by Jones because he missed the corner, so I'd blame Gibbs made his own mistake and let Brandon Jones get to his inside, and then the race just went in too hard, went up the hill. Mayer stuffed it in 3 wide to try and win the Dash for Cash, and yeah, I don't know if I'd say he got taken out. That was just, unfortunately, really aggressive short track racing, but Brandon Jones flat out beat him on that one. Toyotas are going to be better on the long run tomorrow. I believe that as well. I remember someone on Twitter hoping Ross Chastain could get a concussion. I mean, that's what a lot of people do. It's weird. I have Casey's 164. Hey, that's a cool car too. Yeah, those 164 Red Bulls are pretty tough to find too. Getting ready to go green. I'm a little behind, remember, so. All right, on the restart, looks like Hill with a big run on the high side. Gregson going to go 3 wide for the lead up top. 3 wide for the lead. Gregson around the high side. And just like that, Gregson goes 3 wide around the top. He'll go back to the lead. Hill to second. And Gibbs is stuck in the middle. Had to lift big time out of 4. And Ty Gibbs has slid all the way back to 8th or 9th. So Gregson to the lead. We've got Austin Hill second. Now he's sliding up, and Allgaier is going to be taking a look for the runner-up spot. We've got Brandon Jones side by side with AJ Allmendinger and John Hunter Nemechek there. Sorry, John Hunter Nemechek. AJ's further back. And then Gibbs had fallen all the way to 7th, side by side with AJ Allmendinger. That was a great restart. Big wiggle out of that 54, having to lift to try and keep from getting loose 3 wide on the bottom, and it cost him a ton of time. Meanwhile, Justin Allgaier pulls a slide right across the nose of the 21. 21's going to pull back down, but Brandon Jones gets by both of them. Oh, wow. Big block. Austin Hill goes top to bottom to put a block on the 26 car. I mean, absolutely stuffed in the nose of the 26. Austin Hill went all the way from the top, clear down to the bottom, and almost shoved him down below the apron. That 26 car could have wrecked him if he wanted to. That 21 that's a big block for this type of track. So our new running order is currently Gregson, Jones, Hill. And then side-by-side battle for 5th is going to be Allgaier and Nemechek, with Gibbs and Mayer looking on right behind him. Man, what a restart. All right, so here comes Gibbs back around the outside of Allgaier. And now he's right up behind the 26. Got him loose! 26 went right. He got right up in front of the 7 and then bumped the 26 coming out of the corner. 26 was sideways trying to hang on to that car after the bump from Ty Gibbs. And he'll slide up in front of the 26. So Ty Gibbs back up to 5th. I don't know if Nemechek's all that happy about it. If you guys don't know, Nemechek was supposed to be the one to fill in for Kurt, and they put Ty Gibbs in instead. And I'm sure that Nemechek didn't care for that bump right there. Oh yeah, I mean he almost hooked him to the right. That was close. 54 to the inside of the 21. They're side by side out of corner 2. That's a battle for the 3rd position. So Gibbs has fought his way back up to 3rd, but still has to battle the 21 before he'll have that spot clear to himself. Oh, 21. Check up, and he's going to cross him over. So Gibbs goes in, slides up in front, but the 21's going to cross him over heading down the front stretch. And as they head down into corner 1, 21 will have the bottom lane to himself. And Gibbs will be able to roll the top. I think he'll get clear this time by the backstretch. All right, down into the corner. He will. He will clear the 21. All right, so our new top 5, Gregson, Jones, Gibbs, Hill, and Nemechek. Wow, we had some solid racing, man. I'm telling you, these guys did a great job. I mean, these Xfinity cars put on a good show. All right, let's see. Why are the NASCAR Classics diecast that Lionel makes so dang expensive? If they're expensive from Lionel, that's inflation. If they're expensive on the secondary market, it's because they're more popular than they initially had thought, and they didn't make enough of them. If they only get expensive after being out for a while, then that's due to just demand. People want them because they're historical, which I can understand. I mean, it's a classic. And so people are like, hey, I'd like to get that classic. You know, it's a little bit more broad than just a basic old, you know, who won Pocono this year? Do you want that car? Meh. I think it was Elliott, so they didn't even make it, but you get my point. You know, a basic Pocono car is different from like, hey, Jeff Gordon's Coke 600 car from, you know, however many years ago. So I'm not surprised that they get popular. All right, let's see here. How stupid is it that Paris 2024 breakdancing will be an Olympic sport, but motorsports won't? Breakdancing shouldn't be a sport because it's not. How do you grade it? How do you judge it? I don't like judgment competitions anyway, so that's dumb. Motorsport shouldn't be an Olympic sport because motors aren't human, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think that having a motor sport is really useful. I mean, you could maybe argue like motocross or something like that. But at the end of the day, the bike you're riding, the car you're driving has a much bigger part to do with it than, say, like the bicycle you ride in a triathlon. So I have no problem with no motorsport at the Olympics. I don't think that's a big deal. JGR will have some seats open at Xfinity. Can't imagine John Hunter Nemechek doesn't at least get a shot. Maybe. Depends on if they want to leave him there or let him stay there. I would love if Lionel made Greg Biffle Homestead 3 in a row, 3-pack for NASCAR Classics. Hey, that'd be pretty cool. The question is, would enough people buy them for them to make it worth it? That would really be the big question. Because you got to go backwards in sponsors, and you got to make sure the sponsors are okay with it. So, a lot of questions you have to ask. All right, looks like the top lane is starting to come in. That 26 car He is letting it roll into the corner and then sliding high and getting a huge run down the backstretch. Another big run down the front stretch. This 26 car is going to maybe go 2 for 1 here. So for those spotters up there, start sending messages. That high lane is coming. High lane is starting to come in. Also, really good job. I got to shout her out again. Haley Deegan, 16th position. I'm telling you, I thought she would do better in these cars than the trucks. The trucks are a little bit more wonky in terms of how much driver input can really make a difference. But the Xfinity car, if you can wheel, you can wheel. And I'm not saying she's going to be the next Chase Elliott or anything like that, but running 16th, she could make a home in the Xfinity series and be an Xfinity regular. Now don't get me wrong, it is a Stewart Haas car, but where's the 98? Herbst, he's 12th. So she's running about 4 spots behind him. That's not bad. It would essentially be another Herbst. Get her a little more experience. I think Xfinity is where she needs to go next year, personally. So Gregson out to a 2.5 second lead, 3.2 over Ty Gibbs in third, Hill 4.7 back, and Allgaier 5.4. So pretty spread out amongst the top 10 currently. We are 21 laps into the stage. We have 24 to go. Yeah, 24. Interesting. So Chris Gale says that Ty Gibbs races too nice, which I just find kind of surprising. You can tell how talented John Hunter Nemechek is when he gets in the second-hand 26 equipment. Yeah, definitely. I mean, he outruns everybody else that touches that 26 car. Like, John Hunter Nemechek has got talent, and I mean, we saw it when he ran the 18 car at Texas. He was the class of the field till he got wrecked. He was the class of the field, and I'm telling you, Ty Gibbs would not be the Toyota favorite for that 18 car if John Hunter Nemechek was running that car this year. Why John Hunter Nemechek didn't get an opportunity in the 18 car this year is beyond me. John Hunter Nemechek has earned the opportunity to run an Xfinity, and Gibbs, I think, left him down there because otherwise Ty might only have 2 wins this year, and John Hunter might have 4, and then all of a sudden we're saying, well, why isn't John Hunter going to the 18? I don't know. I'm just saying, I think John Hunter is a better driver than Ty Gibbs. Personally, I think he is a better driver than Ty Gibbs. I'll say it multiple times. I think Ty Gibbs is sitting in literally the best car on the racetrack every week, and he does good. I mean, he's done solid, but I think he's elevated more by equipment than people are willing to say. Good job. You outran Brandon Jones, whoop-de-doo. It's very different when he's taking that 26 car and running top 5 with it. I think John Hunter is criminally underrated. I watched him win his first Xfinity race at Kansas way back in 2018, and I knew it was like, okay, this kid can drive. And yet, he's just not gotten the opportunities. All right, so 20 to go in the stage. Noah's still out to a 2.7 second lead, 3.0 on Gibbs. So as we continue to watch this battle for second, otherwise everything's pretty spread out. So this would be a good time for NASCAR to do through the field. I think John Hunter Nemechek might get the 19 after Truex retires. Hey, I would think that would be a well-deserved ride. I hope that's what they go with. The other option would be if for some reason they don't let him move up to Xfinity next year and they got nothing going for John Hunter, I say move. Go find someone who will, because there are guys that would love to have John Hunter in their car. I think Myatt Snyder in that 31, if I could swap that with John Hunter, I'd put John Hunter in that 31 immediately and then get some part-time cup rides going with RCR and work towards that. But John Hunter is a diamond in the rough, but for some reason nobody wants to pick him up. He and Ross could have been real good cup rivals. Still got a good to know how to... that doesn't mean, like I said, it doesn't mean that Gibbs is not good. I think he is definitely good, but if I had to rate driver talent in this field right now as they drive, I would put John Hunter as the most talented guy in this field right now. I'd put AJ possibly second, Gregson third, Gibbs fourth. I would put Hill in there somewhere, though. I think he's there. I think raw talent-wise, I think that Raja is pretty good, but he has slipped down to 20th position at the moment, so needs to keep his wheels under him a little bit, but he's slipped down to 20th currently at the moment. But like I said earlier, great run. I got to shout her out again. Haley Deegan, 16th. Nicholas Sanchez, he's up to 14th. I watched those guys run. Well, not her. I watched him run at Bristol and Arca. So good runs for those guys. Like, well done, staying on the lead lap and running competitive. JJ Yaley in the 66 and 18th. Like, some of those guys having pretty solid runs. I wish the broadcast would touch on them. I want them to get a little exposure for their teams, because everybody currently running from 12th to 20th hasn't been touched on once yet today, and I do think they deserve to be touched on. They've had some really good runs. Gregson is first. Nah, I'm a big Gregson fan. Don't get me wrong. I really like Noah Gregson. I think he is really fun. But if I had a choice and I had to pick who to put in my car, if I'm, Sam Hunt Racing, I'm taking John Hunter. I put John Hunter in that car over Noah. Doesn't mean I don't like Noah, by the way. I do like Noah. I just think that Noah also benefits. I mean, the Junior Motorsports cars have been hands and feet, or shoulders? What am I saying? Head and shoulders above Sam Hunt cars all year, and yet he's running 8th. Like, well done, John Hunter. Ford's a little dry for prospects besides Zane Smith after losing DGR. Maybe. I mean, Ford doesn't have a lot of teams in the Xfinity. They only have Stuart Haas and the Sieg races. Unless they bring back the Penske Xfinity teams, Ford doesn't have an Xfinity program altogether. So for Ford, I don't know what their plan for the future is, because you got some older Ford drivers. I mean, Keselowski, he's got years left yet. But you look at it, Keselowski's a little up there in age. Harvick's a little up there in age. Almirola, we were talking about him potentially retiring earlier this year. I don't even know how much longer they're going to stick with Cole Custer. Like, there's some open seats on the Ford end, but there's nobody to fill them at the moment. And I really don't want to see Deegan rushed up to Cup like they did to Danica. I want her to run competitively in Xfinity for at least a few seasons before they throw her up there, because it's unfair to throw someone into a series they have no business being in and expect results. Thank goodness Harrison Burton's off the radar, because he would be getting eviscerated if he was Haley Deegan right now. Rushing up to Cup, run 30th every week. Like, yeah, that would not go over well. Yeah, Nicholas Sanchez, like I said, 14th. Good run. John is in the best trucks. Trucks are a whole nother story. Trucks do not show off driver talent like the Xfinity car does. You got to remember, if you look at Truck Series, I got to look, but I don't think Noah had 2 truck wins. I don't know if Barry has ever won a truck race. John Hunter won a bunch of different truck races with different teams. But at the end of the day, I think it's easier to gauge the talent on the Xfinity level. And that's just because I think the Xfinity car allows a lot more driver input to make a difference. The trucks are very aero dependent, very low horsepower. I think your truck look at Matt DiBenedetto. He should be in the playoffs. He is definitely a top 5 driver in that series right now in the trucks. But he's driving for a team that just doesn't have the stuff, and he can't make up that difference. In Xfinity, he might be able to make up a little of that difference. So that's just what I'm saying. All right, 12 laps to go. Noah still out in front before the end of the second stage here. All right, they're talking about the damage to the hauler of the 98 car right now. 10 to go in the stage. Do I collect NASCAR cards? I do not have a bunch of cards. I would like to take a look at them. I don't think I would ever collect a bunch of them. I think I'd like to get a couple of my favorite driver and stuff like that. But I would love to do like card unboxings. I think those things are really cool. The only problem is I just don't want to deal with a bunch of cards. Like I said, I would like to have a Chase Elliott card, a Brett Moffitt card, a Noah Gragson card. That's about it. I don't need a bunch of them. They're kind of cool. Like cards can, especially the really reflective ones, the prisms. That brand makes some really cool cards. I'd like to get a few of those, but I'm also not going to go buy a boatload of put a bunch of money into cards that I have no interest in collecting long term either. All right, so 9 to go. Noah has a 3 point or a 3. I can't speak. Noah has a 2.9 second lead. 9 to go in the stage. Current top 5 as they run: Gregson, Jones, Gibbs, Hill, Allgaier. Barry has rebounded up to the 6th position, so getting a few more stage points this time around. Sam Mayer 7th, and AJ Allmendinger 10th. So AJ is not too far away from missing out on stage points. He should be good, though, because it looks like John Hunter's fallen back behind him, so I think he'll be able to hold that. Looking at the lap times right now, Haley Deegan run 32.7s. That's a pretty solid lap time this far into the run. Like, I got to say, I'm a little impressed. That's pretty good timing. Looks like Raja may have burned the rear tires off of his car. He's back in 19th, running 33.1s. That also might just be what his car is capable of, but I've seen him drive a car before, and I'm telling you, he's on edge, and he may have burned his tires up. Oh, Yaley off the pace. Oh, no, not Yaley. Yaley was on the lead lap. No, dang, JJ had such a good run going today. Oh, man. JJ Yaley had such a solid run going, running up inside the top 20 on the lead lap. Oh, what a bummer. I would love to see him. JJ Yaley was a guy that just never got the fair shot. He put him in cup a little too quick, and then after that, just nothing but not great ride after not great ride. I would love to see him get a shot in a solid car again. All right, battle for second right now. Gibbs is going to look to the inside of Jones. Gregson's still way out front, but it looks like he will take that position. Alrighty. Oh, Ty Gibbs ran a lot faster lap. He's knocking half a second a lap off. He might, if it wasn't only 3 to go on the stage, he might get there. Where are all the mods? I don't know. We got 1 or 2 here. All right, 3 to go as they come around. Gregson's lead is down to a 2-second lead. He chopped a second off in 2 laps. They said it's a good thing he's got a 2-second lead because otherwise Gibbs might make it there by the end of the stage. All right, so 2 to go on the stage. Gregson out in front by 2 seconds. Then it's Gibbs, Jones, Hill, and Allgaier. Barry, Mayer, Hemrick, Bain, Allmendinger. So Allmendinger still running in the 10th position. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get up to Bain. Bain's quite a ways ahead of him yet. So coming around, white flag on the stage. 1 lap to go. And it looks like down to 1.5. Like I said, Ty Gibbs, if it was just a couple laps longer, he's going to get there. I mean, he has got way better pace. All right, so coming through the final set of corners, Noah Gregson off turn 4. He's going to come to the line to win stage number 2. Not that the stage points matter anymore, but or the playoff points, I should say. And it looks like 4th and 5th is going to go to Hill and Allgaier. Barry, Mayer, Hemrick, Bain, and Allmendinger rounding out your top 10. As you can see, points as they run. Austin Hill had a great couple of stages, got second and fourth, and look, he sits 47 points out of the lead. 47 points out of the lead. Now, that, to be fair, he's only got to get to fourth. And so he has closed that gap down. He's down to 9 points between Hill and Allmendinger. We will see what that turns into by the end of this, but only 9 points on the cut line right now. And a winner shakes it all up. Anyone remember Greg Biffle Nintendo Wii? I do remember that one. How's the race on TV? It's okay. They haven't done a good job touching on the guys in 11th to 20th. So, I've been talking about it. They talked about Haley Deegan once. She's in 16th. But, Nick Sanchez in 14th. They haven't talked about Raja in 19th. Kyle Weatherman in 18th. Like, I want more coverage for those guys because they deserve it. They definitely do. But outside of that, they've been covering the lead battles pretty decently. Just wish I could see a little bit more on these guys running, just outside the top 10. All right, under commercial currently. That's where we are currently sitting at. Oh, need to do a stretch. Oh, man. What happened to the whole Denny Hamlin wife thing? Well, Denny Hamlin's never been married, but I think his longtime girlfriend and him broke up. So he's got 2 kids with her. I'm not sure how that all works. If he's got full custody or what I don't like to look into that stuff. That's none of my business, frankly. But it seems like he's still got a good relationship with his daughters. So it sounds like they just split and now they're 2 separate things. That's all I know. So I'm not gonna speculate or go too far into it. But I mean, we still see the girls at the track, so it's not like it's impossible for them to go to stuff. All right, we're going to head over to the Twitter machine quick, tell you what we find. Holy cow. Tennessee up 21-7 on Alabama early in that game. I'm telling you, I am super excited to see what Tennessee does here. That is a team and a fan base that has been pleading to have decent teams, and now they finally have good football teams, and I don't know. Wow, look at Las Vegas. It's literally not, it's just like desert, dead land or something. I don't know what you'd even call it, just dust and sand. As someone from Iowa, all I see out there is literally, oh, here we go. All the cars on pit road, we'll touch on after that, but everything in Iowa is always green, so. All right, cars are on pit road. I expect 4 tires and fuel for all cars involved. Here we go. They're all hitting their stalls. Top 3 have yet to get to their stalls. 4 tires and fuel. Looks like we got a pretty smooth stop. Going on the 7. 19 looks okay. Watching the 9. He's got a pretty good stop going. Ty Gibbs currently looks like no hang up there. He's looking pretty good. All right. Currently Jones first car off pit road. No, Hill is going to be the first car off pit road. Slow on the left rear. Gregson will come out 3rd. Gibbs is going to come out 5th. My goodness. Couple of guys losing spots. Ty Gibbs loses 3. Noah Gregson loses 2. And so Noah will start 3rd going into the restart. Probably going to start 2nd row outside again. And I would not be surprised if we see him go 3 wide for the lead again. All right. I'm excited. It's race time. No, I should say race time. It's restart time. Did I see what NASCAR did to the Cup car for 23? No, I did not. They did something? Is it a new rear clip? I know they were doing that. Oh, I do remember the Dale Jr. Halo car. I actually got to see that run. It ran at Kansas with Jamie McMurray. He also ran a Halo car for Halo 5. Both cars look really cool, by the way. Let's see. Denny's wife is a Ross Chastain fan. This is a joke. Yeah, like I said, they were never married, so. All right. So yeah, currently it is Tennessee up 21-7, and I was trying to see if I want Georgia up 14-0. I don't think Iowa plays this weekend, which is probably good because their offense is horrendous. Bain had a crew member fall over the wall, so safety violation for the 18, also a safety violation for Hemrick. Two different issues, same thing. Two guys literally fell over the wall, and they're both going to the back. So Hemrick and Bain will have to start at the rear. They sold the hood for the Halo 5 car on Hendrick's shop. Wow. That's kind of crazy. That's a cool car. Redesign the rear half of the frame. Okay, so yeah, that's what I figured they were doing some of that. The Greg Biffle Aflac scheme that he won at Kansas win in a controversial finish. I actually had that car as a diecast before I started my channel, but I think it was the COT version. So I did actually have that one at one point. Yeah, let's get ready to go racing, man. Yeah, the Halo 5 cars are pretty sharp. I really liked... Halo 5 was a really cool game. Like, that game was very interesting because I thought the way that game looked visually, that was a visually spectacular game to play. It was like most Halo games had been kind of, I don't know what the word is, similar. They all looked about the exact same in terms of a lot of the different maps and missions. But that's the first game where it was like, oh, you had a lot of different looking stuff, which really looked better. I mean, I thought Halo 5 was visually spectacular. Oh, you're faster than me, NASCAR bros. I'm behind. I'm still on the recap. Doesn't mean I'm not ready, though. All right, so they're talking about the penalties quick. Should be going to screen here soon. Thinking about getting the win in 164 of that Biffle, but the win in the $54 on eBay. Ooh, that's hefty. One of my favorite old school diecast Joe Logano Nationwide Series GameStop car when he was in the 20. I actually recently had that car sell on my website. All right, so as they go to the green, here we go. Brandon Jones clear out front. Here comes Barry looking at Hill. Hill puts a big block on again. I'm telling you, Hill is going to get himself wrecked doing all that blocking. He makes some aggressive blocks. So Hill goes all the way from bottom to top, blocks the run from Josh Berry. Now Gibbs sliding up the hill. Gregson to his outside. Here comes Allmendinger. He's going to try and look at Ty Gibbs now. Ty Gibbs has fallen back to fifth. Front three as they run, Jones, Hill, Berry. Berry now looking to the high side on Austin Hill. Hill going to try and put the block on coming out of the corner. Can't do it. Josh Berry to the outside. So Josh Berry goes to the high side. He will take second position. And now we have Noah coming along the outside as well, trying to get around Austin Hill in the 21. Austin Hill going to try and slide up. Can't do it. Now he can. And so Austin Hill falls to 4th behind Berry and Gregson. Now to the bottom, here comes Gibbs. He's looking low on Austin Hill. Allgaier right behind him. All right, so all single file as they roll through. It looks like literally 7 of our top 8 are all playoff guys. Only guy not in that playoff is Mayer in 9th. So 8. Nope, now they're all top 8. Now they're all top 8. All right. 3 wide off the corner. Gibbs looked low, but Allgaier looked lower. Off into corner 3. Here goes Allgaier to the bottom. Hill up high. Now Gibbs is going to try and bring it back down to the bottom lane, but he's not going to be able to clear the 21 of Hill. Now here comes Allmendinger. All right, so now Gibbs sends it down in the corner. Allmendinger now looking inside of Hill. So Hill has slipped all the way back to the 7th position, or I should say a battle for 7th. Meanwhile, Josh Berry is looking for the lead. Josh Berry to the high side. It's going to be him. He's going to go right around Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones running the bottom. Not even a fight, and Josh Berry drives right by him, and Josh Berry to the lead with 101 laps to go. So it's Josh Berry, Brandon Jones, and Noah Gragson currently making up your top 3. Then a pretty good break, about a second gap between Gregson and Allgaier in 4th. Allgaier, Gibbs, and Allmendinger kind of in a little 4-car pack as well. Here comes Gregson. He's going to go right around Jones now for 2nd. So Jones is really trying to stick to the bottom, but it's costing him spots. He's down to 3rd already. Now it's going to be Berry and Gregson up front for the lead. But 100 to go. But remember, there are 60 laps they can go on tires, and we have a long way to go in this race. All right, so Gibbs looking to the inside. Allgaier couldn't quite get there. Now Gibbs is going to look to the high side. Allmendinger now looking on from 6th position. All right, so 98 to go. Gibbs has now moved back up into the 4th position. Now he's looking at trying to chase down his teammate, Brandon Jones. But Josh Berry and Noah Gragson have checked out a full second on Brandon Jones. Oh, Dr. Pepper jelly beans. That sounds weird. That sounds weird. Parker Etzloff in the top 22. Good run for him. All right, so right now Josh Berry's trying to hold off Noah Gragson. He's running the high side in 3 and 4. Very interesting line choice. So right now it's Berry, Gregson, Jones, Gibbs, and Allgaier in your top 5. Then Allmendinger, Hill, Mayer, and they round out your top 8, all playoff contenders. Castle and Herbst, 9th and 10th. What is my favorite 124 in my collection? I would have to go with the obvious Elliott Phoenix win autographed Elite. Look, I've said it a million times maybe in different streams. My favorite is the 2018 Chase Elliott Kansas win. I was at that race, got it signed at Bristol in 2019, one of the favorite races I've ever been to. So that car just gets to be number 1. It's my favorite for so many reasons, so many different things that car means to me. So that's my favorite at the moment. purple, man. Come on, little tart. Two favorite Cup drivers are Denny and Bell. Well, that's good because they both got double wins this year. Hey, we got multiple Denny fans in here. So we've got a lot of Denny fans. We've got a lot of Kevin Harvick fans. Obviously, we got some Chase Elliott fans. I'm trying to think if there's anyone that's kind of a random fan that I remember getting. I know I've got a Keselowski fan that regularly gets stuff from the site. Currently 12th. So Trevor Bayne up to 12th so far. I got to kind of watch that because that is insane. How fast is he going in traffic? So 91 to go. They're 21 laps into the stage. Now remember, with 111 laps in the stage, most likely green flag stops would be somewhere around 55 laps in. Now that's 34 laps to go before we would start seeing green flag pit stops. Obviously, you can stop short, you can stop long. It all comes down to kind of what you want to try and do as far as strategy. I do think there's definitely some ground to be gained by stopping short. A lot of risk involved as well. I think, unfortunately, if you're a guy like Noah, you have to make sure you don't lose laps in this race and cost yourself a good finish. You know, a good finish here and a good finish at Homestead locks him in. He's got so much of a point buffer over everybody else. All he has to do is run well, and he can lock himself in. All right, so under commercial currently, so still waiting to see. I used to work for Dave Blaney for a summer before I moved to Florida. Well, that's pretty cool. Guy from Ohio, although I don't remember if he was in Ohio at that time. Whoa, big slide job on Sam Mayer. Herbst had to back out of that one. Slid right up in front of him, thought better of it, and went back down. I got Smoke, Eric Jones, Kenseth, and Bell. Very nice. I was a Bill Elliott fan for 1 year in 2003, my first year watching NASCAR. That was more because my dad watched Bill Elliott, and I love the 9 car. They had some cool paint schemes for that Evernham car. So I was a Bill Elliott fan. Then I transitioned to a Casey Kane fan. He came in 2004, lit the world on fire somehow without even winning races. He was just so darn fast. So Casey Kane in the 9, I watched him for a lot of years. Then Chase Elliott got into the Cup Series, and I watched him for a few years. And then I was kind of rooting for Kane more than Elliott. And by 2018, I was rooting for Elliott more than Kane. I still wanted Kane to do well, don't get me wrong. But then when Kane decided to step away, Chase Elliott's been my favorite in the Cup Series ever since. Favorite in the Xfinity Series is Noah Gragson. And my favorite in the Truck Series was Brett Moffitt. But now I don't know what series he is. So those are my three top dogs. I don't really have any other major favorites. I like Ryan Blaney. I like some of those guys, but in terms of my favorite guys that I really try to watch, those are my main 3. All right, Ty Gibbs has found his way to the 3rd position, running very competitive lap times. Just remember, guys, Josh Berry could lock himself into Phoenix. Homestead's next week. Everybody's locked into that. Oh, wow. Trevor Bayne making a move on Sam Mayer now. Sam Mayer's in 11th. And he'll go right by. So Trevor Bayne up to the 10th position. Elliott, Gregson, Bowman, Custer, Byron. Pretty solid group. All right, so currently watching, they're showing Barry up front doing some through the field work. All right, so doing the through the field, very interesting how they're talking about Brandon Jones is in must-win mode, even though points-wise he's not bad, but I think they just don't think they're going to be able to consistently outpoint those guys, so not a bad idea to go for the win. Now the question is that you can do that multiple ways, stopping short, stopping long. So if you're Brandon Jones, I would not be surprised if we see some strategy out of the 19 car here when the green flag pit stop sequence starts at about 20 laps. Sometimes I have to remind myself that Bain won the 500. Yeah, I don't have to remind myself. I got that 500 win, and I got it signed from Trevor Bain. So I have two Trevor Bain diecasts. His 2013 Iowa win, 2021 Daytona, 2011 Daytona 500. I got both of them signed at Chicago one year. So Trevor Bain's a really nice guy. All right, talking about Austin Hill, started 7th. Landon Castle running 8th. Good run for Landon tonight. Oh, I just wish I had a little bit better speed out of them colleague cars. I'd love to see how Landon can do. He's running the top lane. Like, he's showing he's got the ability to drive the different lines. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently enough. Trevor Bain, 10th. I've enjoyed Trevor Bain in Xfinity this year. Talladega, his aggressive single-handedly made that race so much more interesting. And he did it all without wrecking, exactly. Like I said, Trevor Bain would be a good guy. I'd like to see him full-time in this series. Trevor Bain fits this series. You know, there's a lot of guys that they got out of Cup and they never ran in Xfinity. And it's like, Justin Allgaier is a perfect example. Justin Allgaier would never win a Cup title. But he's borderline for an Xfinity title. So this is the perfect series for Justin Allgaier to be in. You know, Justin Allgaier is good for this series. And, you know, frankly, I think some of these guys get rushed up too quickly. I think Harrison Burton should have been in this series for another year. Oh, we got a battle for the lead. The 9 is there. So the 9 just about wrecked both of them. So he went low, then went back high. Right now, Barry will maintain the lead. Noah had a big slide coming out of corner 2. Didn't push him in the wall, but boy, did not have a lot of room. Very tight racing for those two. I mean, he's clear, but Barry has such a run coming. He gets back out of the way. I thought he might have been bumped out of the way. No, good job getting out of the way. Need to race your teammate a little bit better than that, personally. Now they're running the top lane. Gregson is he's a fan favorite, I think. He's going to be the most popular Xfinity driver this year. He's so good with his fan base. Ooh! Noah Gragson dusting the wall off a little bit there. So 0.2 of a second. Ty Gibbs, 3.3 back. So lap times are starting to match. Well, good run for Gragson here on the backstretch. Oh, Raja's losing his first lap. So Raja Caruth going a lap down. What position is he currently running in? Currently running 22nd, so still a good run. Good solid day for him so far. Kept the car clean. I can't be too disappointed. I mean, how far into the run are they? 38 laps in. They normally would be close to a stage by now, you know? So not too bad for the 44 car. Who does that? No need for brakes. Do you like Blaney and Logano Pennzoil car? I like Blaney. I don't like Logano, but I do like the Pennzoil car. So it's a mix. Oh, Josh Berry is up on the dust. Oh, man, they are dusting the wall off, guys. Oh, the 68. Chris Wright has torn up another race car. What a shame. What is he doing? Is he trying to stop? No caution. Okay, good, good. You scared me when you said wreck because I saw that car and I'm like, please don't throw a yellow for this. Let's keep this thing green. We got a good green flag race going. I don't need to see a caution right now. All right, we got a side-by-side battle for the lead. It's Noah and Josh Berry side-by-side. Sail it down into the corner. Oh, Noah's going to do the slide job. Slides up to the top, back in the throttle, and onto the backstretch they go. He is clear. He will take the spot from Josh Berry. Gregson to the lead. Thank goodness. I am glad we didn't have a caution there because I'm loving this racing right now out front. Don't let off on Ty Gibbs yet, though. Ty Gibbs in there. He's still chugging along in third. Allgaier fourth. Brandon Jones in fifth. Those are the only five I think can really have a shot to win. So they're the only ones I would really peg as potential winners at this point. Noah doing a great job up on the top lane there. All right, now just remember the pace of this race has fallen off almost a full second. So if you come in and get fresh tires, you'll gain about a second a lap on the guys in front of you. The question comes down to when do you want to pit? So looking at it right now, they have, trying to see, why are they doing that? So we are getting close to 66, 67 laps to go. So we're about 7 laps from the fuel window opening. Now, just because the fuel window is open doesn't mean you want to come, because otherwise you'll be on the early side, your fresh tires will work, but then if a caution comes out, you'll get trapped. So I don't expect to see him coming right as it opens up, but once it opens up, that window is open for anyone to take the gamble. And frankly, the only guys I could see taking the gamble right now would be a guy like Ty Gibbs, maybe Allgaier or Jones, but it's got to be someone who doesn't have to worry about the points. "67 laps to go. Oklahoma beat the Jayhawks." Well, that's a bummer. I actually kind of like the Jayhawks because they sucked for so long. Those fans deserve a good football team for once. All right, 65 to go as we currently are running. Barry's dropping back. He's dropping back on the stopwatch, but his position-wise are still pretty decent. 28-10 Tennessee. Oh, man, Tennessee came to play today. Trying to see. Oh, Haley Deegan's still running 18th. Good run. Good job. Gotta say, good job on there. Jeb Burton is the next car to go a lap down currently, so she'll be one of the last cars on the lead lap as they currently run. So good run. I'm actually pretty impressed. She's kept her nose clean today, kept herself out of trouble. Running 18th is, we know that car can probably run faster than that. We know it's probably a top 10 car. But, for your first start and just getting all the laps done, running all of it, staying out of trouble, that's pretty good. Also, just so you guys are keeping alert on, keep an eye out for that guy running in 7th, Trevor Bain. He is absolutely throwing some fast laps down. Problem is, he's 14 seconds behind the leader. He's going to need a yellow to have a shot at this because I'm telling you, that 18 has got the top rolling, and he is absolutely booking up there. All right, 63 to go, so still 3 to go. 21 pitting, that's early. Yeah, Gregson has been just driving away. The 21 trying to come to pit road. Early stop for the 21. I mean, they said the window was about 60 laps, so he must be guessing that there's going to be a chance to make up ground on these tires. Be very interesting. All right, so Austin Hill is in. They're going to do 4 tires and fuel. He's already lost his first lap. All right, looks like he is good and gone. They got his adjustment done. We'll see what he can do coming out of the pit road here. Looks like the 18 might be coming to try and do some strategy as well. It's so early in this run, though. They can still run another 10 laps on fuel at least. To be fair, it's only 10 laps, so at that point, it's probably worth it. If you're Noah Gragson, no sense of stressing. You got a fast enough car, and you're in the lead by a big enough gap at this point. I think at this point, if you're Noah, you got to be the last guy to hit pit road, or at least the last of the competitive cars. No need to pit right in front of anybody and risk yourself. All right, let's see what we got. All right, 18, 4 tires and fuel, he's up. Allmendinger coming to pit road this time by. 59 to go, still a long way to go. 53 into the stage, 59 to go. If you wanted to split the stage in half, you'd probably want to pit somewhere around 52 to go, so 7 or 8 more laps before you'd really want to pit if you're trying to split it 50-50. Like I said, big deal here is everybody goes a lap down. So right now, I got to look here. 21 is actually 2 laps down. So it is a risk. If you pit, you will lose a lap. So you definitely don't want to get caught by a yellow. And unless you have a car breathing down your neck, I would not be the one coming to pit road. Oh, Noah's coming early. So Noah Gragson is in. I thought that's a little risky for me. That makes me nervous. One caution would put Noah a lap down if he doesn't get this timed right. A lot of cars coming in, though. Like I said, they will all have to pit within 6 laps, so as long as we don't have a crash, he'll be all right. But definitely going to be close. He might lose a lap. He might not. It'll be close. So Noah is in. He's definitely going to lose a lap. Oh, 54. Never mind. 54 is coming in too. Here they all come. So Noah brings them in, and everyone's going to follow suit. So he will not be at risk of losing a lap. And now it comes down to the next 56 laps. Who's going to be able to run from here to the checkered flag faster? All right, 54 is in, 8 is in, 7 is in, 31 is, looks like he's in as well. Nick Sanchez will now inherit the race lead. Jeremy Clements was in 2nd, Kyle Weatherman 3rd. Look at all these cars. And then in 4th, it'll be Noah Gragson when it cycles through. 8 lost a lot of time there. All right, so looking at the current lap times, let's see where the 21 shook out in all this. Ends up in front of Trevor Bayne, so does gain a little bit of time, so we'll see if he can hold that. He's currently going to gain about 3 spots when everybody pits, so he'll be running in the 6th position. Question is, can he hold it? Being the first on pit road, his tires will be the oldest, so we'll see if the 21 can hold it by coming first. Ooh, wow, getting in hot, but actually, you got a good job getting slowed up for Clements. All right, Kyle Weatherman will be the last one left on the lead lap, or I should say lead lap. He's the last one to pit. Good run for Sanchez, though. Good job today. So Noah is out front. He is in front of Ty Gibbs by, it looks like, around 6 seconds. Is that right? Yeah, about 6.5 seconds for Noah with 54 to go. That's a big gap to ask Ty Gibbs to close. Wow, that's going to be huge. So right now it'll be Gregson, Gibbs, Allgaier now up to 3rd. Then Barry and Jones is our current running order. As you can see, 6-second lead for Noah. So even by just making that pit stop or whatever it was, it worked good. Cars got caught by the pit road police. Who is that? Who got caught? I didn't see a pit penalty. So right now, as they run 52 laps to go, Gregson out in front, 6.1 second lead over Ty Gibbs, 9-second lead over Allgaier and Barry, so a big gap. That pit strategy has really worked out in his favor. The question really comes down to, is there anyone that's got anything for him, and can they chase him down in 52 laps? Because even if he's faster, you're going to have to run 6 seconds down and pass him. So we'll see here. John Hart Nemechek. Oh, bummer. Yeah, some of that lead lap comes from those guys that were at the tail end staying out. So they basically put themselves a lap down by staying out later than the leaders. So, yeah. Update for Deegan. She is currently running in the 16th position. I don't know if anyone in front of there has a pit road penalty. So, at the moment, yeah, looks like she's running 16th. I don't see anything that tells me she's going to be any closer to moving up. Actually, I should probably do that. We want time behind, last lap, best time, last lap pit stop, delta, we'll just do that. There we go. All right, so we did some updating. Now we got our delta. So our delta will tell us who's close to Deegan. Deegan has... Oh, she's a lap down, so we don't get deltas. Well, never mind. She's up to 15th, so somebody else must have had to come back in. Yeah, running in front of Herbst. That's if you're Riley Herbst, that's a tad bit embarrassing. Man, I don't know. Riley, I think it's time to hang her up. Hang up the driving suit. Brett Moffitt in the 98. Let's make it happen, please. Please. I would love to see Brett Moffitt in that 98. Alfredo Lapp, now 11 left on the lead lap. And they're not that far in front, only a 5-second gap between him and Hemrick, so he's already starting to chase him down. I mean, look at the lap time, 31.7, and Daniel Hemrick's running a 32.3. That's over half a second a lap that he's catching Hemrick, as far as putting him a lap down as well. Leads up to 6.5 seconds, so it looks like the 9 car might even be the fastest car on the track now. Looked like it was a 54 for a while, but they seem to have tuned up that 9 car, and it's running it at peak performance exactly where you'd want it to be. And now they've got that car running real good. He's, like I said, he's running away with it. Looks like Allmendinger trying to take a look at Austin Hill. So Austin Hill trying to hold on to 6th. Like I said, he came in early and was able to gain some track position, but he's got a long way to hold on to it. He's got to hold on for another 45 laps, I believe. I know a lot of people say this is a boring race, but I actually really enjoy these strategy races. Long payout, or long runs, pit stop sequence in the middle that kind of stretches things and changes it. I think that's a really good thing for these drivers, because it's something we don't get to see very much of in the Cup Series anymore, which is really unfortunate, because there was something about those veteran drivers that could gain you time coming in and out of pit road. That would be a time for NASCAR to throw a caution for rain. That would be the most ironic thing in the world, that it rains at Vegas. Oh, wow, we got some lap cars all over the track in front of Austin Hill. That's probably going to give AJ Allmendinger the spot. Wow, look at that lap traffic. They are not giving these guys a big break. Bailey Curry running with Ryan Vargas. Allmendinger now clear of all that mess. And here comes Austin Hill through it and Trevor Baynes. So these lap cars were all over the place, right in front of those guys too. That was crazy. It was 4 wide through that corner. All right, now good and rolling again. So it looks like everybody got straightened out. Boy, that was a little nervous time. If I was Justin Allgaier, I'll ask to switch to next year to the 9. Every driver in the 9 wins championships. But the thing is, that's a new crew chief in the 9 car. That's not Dave Ellens moved on to RPM, and now Luke Lambert takes over, and they're even better. Like, Noah's even faster this year than he was last year. You got to remember, Ty Gibbs was fast last year, so it's not like Ty Gibbs got worse. The 9 got a lot better. 11 cars on the lead lap. 43 to go. 6.2 seconds the gap. So I'm not sure if we're going to start seeing some of that time running down or... All right. Let's see. I did a Las Vegas race today. A lot of lap traffic kept me from moving up in the last 5 laps of stage 2. Lap traffic, man. Let's see. Who's in front of her? Jeremy Clements would be the next car she'd have to try to catch. I think he's a ways away. Oh, we got a caution. We got a caution. Who we got? Scorer says caution. What's our caution for? What is this? Where is our caution? Come on, give me the info. Where is my caution? Show me. Why? Why did we throw a yellow? What is the yellow for, NASCAR? Is this an entertainment caution? What? Is this an... Well, NASCAR bros, it appears this might be an entertainment caution because they can't point to anything as far as a cause for this. Oh, don't gloss over. I need to know what this caution was for. Come on, broadcast. I'm very interested now. I'm actually starting to get a little ticked off if they just... entertainment yellow again, 2 weeks in a row. Did we learn nothing? '19 spun. I'm sorry, that's a caution? Oh my goodness, NASCAR. That's terrible. Are we really about to tear up a bunch of race cars for that? Oh no. Here we go again. All right, guys. Well, the phantom cautions are back. Oh, oh man, guys, that one bugs me. That one bugs me. I am not impressed. I mean, we're gonna do this again. We're really gonna go tear up a bunch of race cars 2 weeks in a row because it's boring. The cars are too far apart. Let's crash them. That's the logic we're gonna use. Oh boy. All right, guys. Well, looks like everybody got off pit road the same order they came in. Like I said, I'm still. That's dumb, man. Oh, that's sketchy, man. All right, trying to see if they got any other info on maybe something else. Nope, that's it. That's the whole caution. Wow. Wow, that's bad. Oh, man. I mean, how are we supposed to react when, in the end of this race, we have Noah, Ty Gibbs, Barry, and Allgaier are all wrecked? I mean, what are we supposed to think? That was a terrible caution, and I hope we don't wreck a bunch of cars, but I got a bad feeling we're about to tear up a bunch of race cars. Oh, this is the kind of stuff that drives me up a wall. This is the kind of stuff that makes me hate the sport. It's not that I hate racing. I love racing. But that's not racing. That's entertainment BS. And that has no place in this sport. We've been talking about bad NFL referees all week. And we need to put a lot more scrutiny on NASCAR for these things. There needs to be a point where it's clear and obvious if it's safe to do things and if it's not. Because that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. A guy got loose in the corner, so he threw a caution. Really? Really? He got loose and you threw a caution? All right, guys. Well, we're going to be ready to go green. Landon Castle, the only car to stay out. I love that call because Landon Castle, if a caution comes out with 15, 20 to go, he will have fresh tires to put on in the pits. So he can come in, put some fresh tires on, and then we might be able to see Landon Castle go out and win the Las Vegas race. At the track, everyone looks pissed. Well, that's good. I'm glad the fans are finally catching on to this because it's for too long, a lot of fans were like cheering. Caution, yay, we got a bunch of them up and see crashes. Now, at least the fans finally enjoy the racing for what it is, and we don't want to see cautions. Cautions are a bad thing, and that's a good thing to have. But, man, I don't know, man. I do not like that. I really don't like that call. That was a bad, bad caution call. Well, guys, we're going to be coming around to the green flag. Landon's going to be starting on the bottom. Noah's going to start outside. No, Landon on old tires might be an interesting decision. 23 laps on his tires. A lot of guys waving around. We'll see what they end up doing. Like I said, they will also have fresh tires for later. Is it time for the ramps? Yep. Wave around for Deegan. Now we just need to put our ramps in place and our detonators so we can blow stuff up. That's all we need, and we'll be ready to go, right, guys? All right. Coming to the green flag. Great start for the bottom lane, but an even better start for the top lane. But Gibbs just got pushed 3 wide. Castle is clear for the lead. Castle's clear for the lead, but Allmendinger is coming on the bottom. Oh, the 10 washed up right in front of Noah. Huge lift there. Allmendinger now to the lead. Gregson back to 6th, 7th, 8th position maybe. Big loss for the 9. Man, that was unfortunate way to have that go. But Josh Berry has moved into the 2nd position, and 34 laps to go is not a lot of time. It's going to come down to, can you get to the lead or are you going to get stuck? Here comes Berry with a big run on Allmendinger. Allmendinger going to try and slide in front of him. It's not there. Berry's in the wall. Allmendinger puts Berry in the wall on the front stretch. Side by side, Berry gets the lead. But is Berry's car going to make it? I mean, he got a full-blown slap on that wall. All right, Allgaier now looking in the middle. Side by side for 4th with Gregson. 3 wide now looking in the middle, but Berry shuts the door. Berry now clear away with the lead. Little contact, not bad. So Berry away with the lead. Allgaier now to 2nd. And it looks like it's going to be Dinger in 3rd, Gibbs in 4th. Gregson has fallen back to 6th. So, unfortunately, I think that's going to be his shot for the win out the window. Really unfortunate. Definitely a bum. So the 16 thinks he's got a loose wheel. Gibbs now running up on him for the 3rd spot. All right, Gibbs now looking to the bottom. Not quite going to get there. Oh, now the door's open. Gibbs going to look low on Allmendinger. All right, Noah's still back to 6th, having to deal with Austin Hill, and meanwhile, they are losing a ton of time. It's going to be Berry and Allgaier out front, running for the lead and a chance to lock into the final 4. Man, I don't know. I do not care for this BS format the NASCAR is changing to, where they throw cautions for fun. I mean, we now have the fun flag officially in effect. All right, Noah's now rim riding. Barry out to a 1 second lead over the other two. So if that vibration is as bad as it is, him still running fourth and competitive, I don't think you can pit. All right, so Allmendinger having to come in with 25 to go, and Allmendinger is out of the postseason right now. He will be on the chopping block, and that's going to be huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, man, I don't know, guys. He was going to be in perfect shape if that race just plays out, and now he's going to probably be 2 laps down, and I don't know, man. So 24 laps to go. The current top 4 all are separated by 3 seconds altogether. Noah's still in it, but he's back to 6th. I don't think his car is working out quite as good. 20 to go. He's going to have a lot of trouble. He's falling back. I think he may also have some issues. Oh, man, I tell you, this is the kind of stuff that just I can't get behind when NASCAR does stuff like this. A fun flag, and nobody's going to talk about it, but we need to because that's a big deal. All right, Trevor Bayne now up to the 5th position, running some pretty competitive lap times. Question is there enough time for him to get there? All right, 22 to go. Barry, Allgaier, Gibbs, Bayne, and Gregson now your top 5. So Austin Hill has fallen back outside the top 5 at the moment. Both were loose. Interesting. Oh, man. What happens when they throw an entertainment flag with 10 laps to go tomorrow? Yeah, that's a good question. What do we do when that happens? Because now that's an option, apparently. Man, I hope AJ gets the Final Four. If this race is what costs him, I'm not going to be happy. I can tell you that. I am not going to be a happy camper if this race is what costs him. 20 to go. All right, so 19 laps to go. I'd like to see if we got a battle for the lead heating up at all, because it looks like Allgaier's running pretty similar lap times. Yeah, let's have a caution guaranteed with 10 to go every race so we can rack everybody up and crash each other. Let's do it. That'd be fun, right, guys? That's what racing's all about. Crashing. $17 to go. This time by. Looks like Allgaier's starting to close that gap down a little bit. Boy, I'm telling you right now, the way it looks, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th are all running the leader down. So we may end up with a 5-car battle with the lead with 10 to go. All right, so it looks like right now we got a current battle going for the 4th and 5th position. That is Bain and Gregson. All right, we're down to 12 laps to go. Man, what a bummer. I'm sorry, this race is going to sit a little sour for me. I don't know what else I can say. 13 laps to go. It's just too far to overcome. $12 to go. Josh Berry still out in front. Gibbs is closing. Allgaier's kind of closing. We got a lot of cars coming to the front. They're all running good speed. .9 to go. 1.9 seconds, that is, as I'm watching. Allgaier does not appear to have the speed he's going to need to run him down. So 10 to go at the moment. Let's see what we got going into the next set here. It looks like Allgaier not going to be able to catch Berry. I do not see enough speed out of that 7. $10 to go. Now $9 to go. Coming around to 8 to go this time by. So 1.3 seconds a gap with 8 laps to go. All right, so trying to watch and see if Allgaier is going to be able to close in on him. So 1.3 the gap with 6 to go. Berry just needs to maintain a good solid pace, and he'll be able to maintain that. And that'll pretty much wrap this up. 3 Junior Motorsports in the top 3, by the way, everybody. All right, 4 to go, but Josh Berry is gone. So Noah's going to get back to second, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the rest of the way there. Man, he put on a good show, I tell you that. He put on a heck of a good show today. Just not going to have enough time. Wow, contact with the leader. Got into a lap car. All right, so coming around, white flag in the air. It's going to be Josh Berry's race. There's just not enough time. Really, I'm bummed out for Noah. I said I am still... We'll have to talk about NASCAR here later today, but got to give a shout out. Josh Berry coming around to the white flag. 1 to go. Allgaier got into the wall. Ooh, big contact for Allgaier. Not sure what happened there, but he's still in good shape. He got maybe he'll lose a spot or two, but he might be just fine there. So Josh Berry going to go 2 years in a row with a win, and he will lock himself into the championship 4. And I wish I could say this race doesn't feel like a kick on the gut, but because of NASCAR, it does. Josh Berry is in the championship 4, so somebody's out. I don't know who it's going to be. Well done, Josh Berry. Good race today. Like I said, we're going to have to talk about this NASCAR issue. I mean, them throwing phantom cautions at this point. We're going to have to talk about that because this is getting old. I'm tired. I mean, I'm an Elliott fan and a Gragson fan. That's 2 in a row. 2 races in a row. Phantom caution cost the guy a race. And that ticks me off because Gragson had the best car all day, and a phantom caution is going to cost him the race. And there comes a point where we need to get NASCAR back into the point of running racing and get them out of the business of, the whole entertainment business. I don't know why they even ever said something so stupid. Also, congrats, Hailie Deegan, 13th in her Xfinity Series debut. Very good run for her in the 07. Nick Sanchez in the 48 runs 12th. Great race for him. 2 really good results. Kyle Weatherman, 14th. John Hunter, unfortunately, ran faster earlier in the day, shows up 16th at the end of the day. But really impressed with the runs for Nick Sanchez, Hailie Deegan, and Kyle Weatherman, all in the top 15. Tell you what, they ran that 34 car full time, he would probably have had that. Oh, we got some Gragson and Allgaier beef going on here. Maybe there isn't it might have just been he bumped him. I can tell Noah's not thrilled. He had that race won. Walk away. Don't do interviews. Run. Run, Noah, run. I can't imagine trying to win your home race. At the end of the day, he's trying to win his at home track, and a phantom caution is what's going to cost him. Oh, it looks like it was just a bump at the end. I think it was just a matter of where they stopped. It wasn't intentional. So no mistake there, but another cool race version for Berry, by the way. That Harrison's car looks really cool. So that raced version will be up on the website as soon as I get the go-ahead that it's offered. It looks like a stupid cameraman's about to get hit because they're stupid and they walk. He's 2 inches from the car. Back up. Look at this dude. I hate these people so freaking much. I hate camera workers that literally sit there and stand right in front of a moving race car. How stupid can they be? I can't even enjoy the burnout because I'm scared the guy's going to get hit because he doesn't understand not to walk in front of a spinning race car. Ugh. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little disappointed. Like I said, that phantom caution really put a damper on this race. It was a solid race. We had good racing all the way through. Even up to the very last lap, we had some pretty solid racing. But like I said, bummed out that NASCAR had to manipulate the race again. I'm like I said, this is why I would never bet on NASCAR. Because if you're a betting man, the 9 car had it won and NASCAR interfered. And I'm telling you, that does not sit right with me. But like I said, Josh Berry, all year he's been running good laps, and now he's going to have a shot to go win a championship at Phoenix this year. So I just got to keep my fingers crossed that Noah can get to Phoenix. He's got 2 good tracks. He's good at Martinsville, and he's good at Homestead. So that's the good news, is he does at least have those 2 coming up. So there's a good shot Noah makes it. But like I said, it just doesn't sit right with me if they're going to have this format. If they're going to also manipulate races, I got a problem with that. So. Great job, Josh Berry, there. So, anyway, guys, that'll pretty much wrap up this stream. I got a lot of pictures and stuff to take for some videos and whatnot coming out this next week, as you probably saw from the arrivals. But that being said, we'll be back live tomorrow for the South Point Casino 400. I believe it starts at around 2:30, maybe 1:30 Central, so I'll check and see. But I'll have that ready to go. So as soon as that race is getting ready to go green, we'll get the stream up and running. So that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys, I don't know. I like to say I hope you guys want that race win, but I want to know a race win. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.